We've got this 2010 Toyota Prius. It's a Gen 3. And the touch screen does not work. So if you touch the screen anywhere, you hit display, you can't do anything. Nothing works. But the screen looks good, so hey, sell the car, right? Nope, press and hold the close button when you let go of it. That's funny. That's funny. Anyway, just press and hold it for a while. Eventually, let up on it, and the screen should open. Once the screen opens, take these two screws out here. That one right there, and that one right there. You're gonna have to have one of these right angle screw jobbies from Pittsburgh, and you'll notice the navigation disc came out because this has the nav. So we're basically gonna unscrew this, pry this out. There's a ribbon cable right down here that has to come out also. We're gonna press this out like that. There we go. Get it above here because it's on a track inside of here. There are two little pins that run it back and forth on that. There we go. Turn it sideways. And there's your connector. Okay, so you take a dental pick. You put it right behind this tab and pull this forward on both sides, and that releases the ribbon cable. So when you put the ribbon cable back in, you're going to push these back down on both sides, and the ribbon cable will be held in there. Now let's go put our new digitizer on the screen. You know, on this, everybody says, do not touch these. So these are no-nos. Do not touch these. You're going to undo this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So let's do that. These things are tight. You don't want to strip them out. So, yeah, I'm going to use two hands. I've gotten these loose already, but I had to push on it. Had to push on them and use the pliers to get them out. And I don't want to strip these out, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. Get my pliers on here. I actually broke my screwdriver off. So, gotta get another screwdriver. Good thing I've got one over here. Well, now I gotta make this a flat screwdriver thingy, so I'm gonna take and grind it right across the middle of it. And that way I can use a flat screwdriver to get it out, because that one's all boogered up. So now I have a flat spot across the top of it. Hopefully we can get it out with the flat. Oh yeah, that fits nicely. How can you reuse this screw? We'll put it right back in the same place. And remember, we only got to replace the digitizer. Seven-inch radio, touchscreen, glass digitizer. So I know I got the right part because that's where it's going to plug in. Got to take these screws off to get to the back side of that screen. Well, it's going to be the front side, but it's back side from where we are. So let's see if we just unscrew these screws and not even unplug that. We do have to unplug this, so got to push the locks out. Get it. There we go. And then we'll pull this out. It's tiny. Cool. Let's take some screws out. And they put glue on all these or something. So we're going to do that one. Let's not use the broken one. I'm going to put pressure on these, push down on the top, and then turn them. Taking out these 4 screws. Gonna unplug this little wire right here. Yeah, maybe we'll just go to the side with it. We do have a cable over here that's gonna find out what's going on there. It plugs in like a little coax cable. Slide that lock out, pull that ribbon out. So you got to lift this up. There's another screw right down here. Got to take these 2 screws out. Okay, the screw that came out of there is a little different, so I kept it with the 2 black screws that came out of here so I can remember. Let's see if this thing will come out. Alright, so we're lifting this up. Everything's unplugged. There's our digitizer. Don't know how you can tell it's messed up, but it's messed up. Take this off. You have to save this. Yep, this is going to go on your other digitizer. Gently. Okay, I'm going to lay it over here like this so I can just fold it back onto it. So we want to make sure that our wire, our screen goes in like this so that that wire is up. So that's the front of it right there. I want to take that plastic part off. Probably want to do some cleaning here. I'm just going to blow it out. So we've got the ribbon laying in there. That's the front. That's the front right there. And we've got to pull off these protectors. So I'm going to pull this one off first. So I pulled that off. I'll lay this in here. Now we've got to pull the back one off. And we've got to take this and flip it over and put it back down on there. And those holes are going to line up with those right there and right there. And we've got to pull off the inside part. Whee! Got that removed. There are 2 ledges right here that the screen goes against. Well, it's not the screen, it's the digitizer. And there's one that it stops against right down here too. So make sure you get it in there, otherwise, and up here, it stops and it lays right in there. So it won't wiggle once you get it in there correctly. When you get this in here, it should be out of the way of these screw holes. Out of the way of that screw hole there and there. And I'm happy with that. That's nice. Let's go ahead and lay the screen back in here. Those two screw holes go this way. And those line up with that and that. It's already lined up. This one I need to push it down on it. There we go. Now you have a few things you need to line up. You need to line up that keyhole, that keyhole. We'll fasten that screw first. Remember, it's the one that we laid over here with these black screws. So I'm going to use my pliers to get it lined up. Now before I tighten all of these, I'm going to make sure I have all of them lined up right. Ooh, look at that. Surgeon-like precision. Woohoo! That one got away from me. Time for the pliers. All right, I'm going to tighten them all up. All 5 of these. Plug this guy in. I'm going to give it a little encouragement here. Oh, that's happy. I'm going to screw in the 2 black ones. Now I bumped this. So let's get this new ribbon cable plugged in here. Make sure it's unlocked before you slide it in. Whee! It doesn't want to go on the roller coaster ride. Alright, there we go. That's bottomed out. And now we're going to slide in this white lock. So hold pressure on the ribbon and then slide this in with the screwdriver. Just slide it in like that, push it in, and that's locked in there. Now we're going to plug this wire back on. It's just a simple click. There it is. Got to do this cable. There it went. That thing should disappear in there. And it should not come back out. Otherwise, you got to take this thing apart again. Now, these ribbons right here, they're a little long, but when you put it all back together, it should fold in. This is looking good. Yeah, look at that one. Just get in your hole, ball. Don't you want to go home? Just go home. There we go. I don't want to make new threads in that plastic. 3 more of these. That's the first one. Got one going here. And it looks like that one's misaligned. So we'll back this one off a little bit until we get the other ones lined up. And then we'll screw them in after we get them all lined up. All right, I've got all these screws screwed in. That was the hardest. I got that wire plugged in, that one, that one, that one. Never unplugged that one. Probably would have been easier if I could have, but I wasn't gonna, I don't know, unplug it. Okay, I've got these lined up. Spin this around. Click, click. Oh, this is gonna be nice. Oh, look at that, nice clean screen. Let's go put it back in the car. Oh, hey, getting ahead of ourselves. We got to put these 6 screws back on. And that one right there was the one that we had to modify to get it off. So let's find that one. There it is. Get it set. There we went. It settled right in there. 1. 2. Yeah, and I made the mistake of lifting this up when I had the screws laying on here and they all fell all over the floor. So take them off, set them to the side. Settle that screw in there. 3 more. Two more. Oh, you know you want to go in there. You know you do. Why you give me so much trouble? Oh, just like that. That one's a little closer. All right, that's all 6 of them. We can plug our ribbon cable back in and lock it back in place. So we're going to line up our 2 little slides in the groove up here. Make it groovy. There we go. It just shut on me. It actually might be easier to have it shut. Okay, that slid in and it bottomed out. Now you got to push in this lock. And that's on. Now I got to turn the car on because I got to put in the 2 side screws, which are sitting right here. Let's see if the screen works. Oh, it works. Look at that, it works. That didn't work before. See if we can change the display, because at nighttime it was so bright. Oh my goodness, they had the brightness all the way up. At nighttime this thing was so bright it would light your face up. Unbelievable. That worked. $17.99 on Amazon. All right, anyway, I gotta push this and hold it and make it come out. And I got to fasten these 2 screws down here. And the map CD just came out. It's supposed to go back in a second here. There it went. Okay, now this has to come all the way down. So you got to line that one up. Put that screw in. You got to line this one up. And put that screw in. Yeah, that's in place. Cool. This one's not in place yet. You don't want to shove on it because it's going to try to shut. Okay, I'm going to put that screw in there. Flip that. That's tight. Gotta get the other one. Yeah, the steering wheel's in the way over here, so you gotta get something shorter than a screwdriver. Yep, and that pulled closed. Oh, that's nice. Now, let's hit the close button. Yeah. Now we can adjust our sound on our audio because before we couldn't. We couldn't do this. Woohoo! It all works. See, the bass was up. Look at that. All right, cool. Oh, that's nice. All right, that worked. That's encouraging. Amazon, $17.99, free shipping plus tax. So before we couldn't even hook up our phone because we couldn't do this step to hook up our Bluetooth to our phone. So there you go. Now we can do pretty much everything we need to. Language English, beep on, auto screen change, line color. Ew. Ew. Yeah, let's go blue. Blue's definitely better. Was it turquoise before? I think it was turquoise before. We'll go blue. Keyboard layout QWERTY. Otherwise it's just ABC. Oh, that is so nice. Vehicle maintenance. Let's see if they have anything. Battery. There you go. Replaced battery. Oh, so it doesn't even tell you the voltage. I wonder if this one has the... It does. Function check setting. Look at that, we're into the vehicle signal. Right there's your voltage of your 12-volt battery. Yep, but now, yeah, now you got to turn the car off and turn it back on just to get back to anything else. Because now you're locked in this screen. So you got to turn the car off and turn it back on. Just to get it out of that screen. Touchscreen works.